Some pronunciation review. Just for you, we have some review. Answer, argue, attic. Answer, argue, attic. She answered all the questions correctly. Will you answer everything? They didn't argue for a few days. We got upset when we argued. I think she's a coffee addict. Argue, argued, argues, argument. How many arguments did they have? Why did she argue with him? What's the best argument? Who argues with you a lot? She argued with her father yesterday. Weather, leather, found a feather. The weather is so nice today. He found a feather in the class. That bird has some beautiful feathers. Which feathers are more colorful? How is the weather today? She has a brown leather jacket. Do you like to wear leather shoes? Sign, signs, signed, sign, signs, signed, assign. There are so many signs near the freeway. He signed all the forms. Should he assign a lot of homework? Who signed this? Can you sign here? Kinds. While, style, file. What kinds of fish do you like? How many kinds of questions can you ask? She'll stay there for a while. Which file do you need? Questions. Questions. Try it. tried. Scratch it. Which questions were the hardest? Will she try it? He didn't try it. They tried to finish everything. If that itches, don't scratch it. Daughter. Bought. Taught. Daughter. Bought. Taught. He has taught here for many years. She bought her car 11 years ago. Her daughter is very tall. Who bought all that food? Leisure, measure, treasure, pleasure. That's the ZH sound. Leisure, measure, treasure, zh, zh. Can you measure that table? Can you measure that table? Her biggest treasure is her children. Her biggest treasure is her children. They want to have a luxurious car. They want to have a luxurious car. During his leisure time, he reads a lot. What's your pleasure? What's your pleasure? There, air, share, care, where. She wants to live there for a few years. Where is the air clear? She should share the cookies with her sister. Do you care about the weather? Where is the air very windy? Turn, turned. Learn, learned. Burned. He learned so much last year. She can learn all of this. When he turned, his car made a sound. Many trees burn after the fire. churches, peaches, churches, peaches. Which churches are growing? She saw some pretty churches there. He loves to eat peaches. There are so many peaches this year. Asia, Asia, Asian, Asian, treasure, measure. Let's go to Asia. Let's go to Asia. How many countries are in Asia? How long did he live in Asia? She likes Asian food. How much treasure did they find? Can you measure this carefully? Luxurious, luxuriously, luxury, luxuries. There is a luxurious room available. There is a luxurious room available. How luxuriously would you like to live? How luxuriously would you like to live? They have a luxurious car. They have a luxurious car. I want a luxury room. I want a luxury room. Is that really correct? Shouldn't that be luxurious? It's nice to have all the luxuries of life. It's nice to have all the luxuries of life. Pleasure, pleasurable. We had a pleasurable time at the party. He enjoyed the pleasure of being with his family. Why is she focused on her pleasures? His greatest pleasure is watching soccer. Turned, burned, learned, learning. Turned, burned, learned, learning. She turned her head and looked at us. We burned our fingers when cooking. He was learning more and more. She isn't learning fast enough. Who turned on the heater? Affordable. Affordable. Crowded. Crowded. Now. Now. Caffeine. Crowded. Now. Caffeine. Affordable. That wasn't an affordable hotel. When that place is crowded, we don't want to go. She lives in a crowded area. How much caffeine is in that energy drink? Is it healthy to have a lot of caffeine? Is the rent affordable there? Occasionally. Occasionally. Occasion. Occasional. Occasionally. Occasion. Occasional. She has an occasional pain in her right leg. He works there occasionally. We occasionally eat hamburgers at In-N-Out. He gets a little confused occasionally. Increase. Increases. Increasing. Increased. Increase. Increases. Increasing. Increased. There was an increase in the number of coyotes in LA. She increased her ability to remember vocabulary. The recent increases in the prices of food have affected many people. She keeps increasing the amount she cooks for her kids. They increased the time they spent on exercising. They increased the time they spent on exercising. Amount, mountain, mouth. Amount, mountain, mouth. Her mouth looked funny in that picture. Some mountains have more rocks than trees. Wouldn't he like to live in the mountains? They charged us the wrong amount. The amount of the bill was so high. Pretty. Pretty. Sit. It. Pretty. She has a pretty horse. Their dog looked so pretty after it was washed. Can I sit on that pretty bench? Is it time to finish? Is it time to finish?